We gotta start some wild rumors about you guys.
My farts smell like macadamia nuts.
Your farts smell like macadamia nuts. One night at a meet and greet, there was somebody with a nut allergy, and they started having anaphylactic shock. But Julian gave him mouth to mouth because that's what you do for a nut allergy, apparently.
I didn't even know they were dying.
Yeah.
Jesea Lee Show.
Hey, it's me, Jesea Lee, and thank you for clicking on a very special episode of the Jesea Lee Show. I mean, yeah, of course, they're all special and great and unique in their own way, but this one is extra special because it is the 50th anniversary. Not the 50-year anniversary, obviously, but the 50th episode I've ever posted. So if you've been with me since day one, from the very first episode, episode 1, all up until now, then you have a lot of free time, and that says a lot about you as a person. But I appreciate you, and I love you. No, seriously, thank you so much for tuning in and being here with me. The landmark is a big moment. You know, it's such a special episode that I had to get an extra special guest. I had to go out and find the best possible guest I could for this episode. Unfortunately, everyone I asked said no, but I lucked out, and Loveless, they weren't doing anything. So, of course, I wanted Loveless on the 50th episode. If you don't know this, they do the theme song for the Jesea Lee Show. I go way, way back with the cats, like since literally their first song they ever put out. And I just love them so much. I've hung out with them and at shows, and like I've shot some stuff with them. I did want to make this an in-person interview, but it was touring and scheduling, and it didn't work out. So it was another virtual exclusive. But it doesn't matter. They're on. That's what matters. We talk about their upcoming album, Loveless 2. We talk about their tour they're going on. We talk about if they're going to keep playing covers, if they keep recording covers, all kinds of cool stuff like that. Also, Julian has been working out, and he's getting pretty big. So we're officially changing his name to Swolian. So if you see him on the street or at a show, just refer to him as Swolian. Wherever you're listening, please snap a screenshot and share it on social media. Just make sure you share the right photo, not a nudie. Share it and tag at Jesea Lee on TikTok and Instagram, at This Is Loveless on Instagram, and just straight Loveless on TikTok if you do. Tag us. We'll all share together. We'll all be internet friends. It'll be awesome. It'll be just like back in the MySpace days, if your back is old enough to remember those days. And please, wherever you're consuming this podcast at, hit the follow or subscribe button, whether you're on YouTube or Spotify. It does a ton for the show. Makes me happy in my pantaloons. And yeah, that's all I got for you. So let's get into it.
I saw you followed me on Instagram today.
The vibe's a little better now.
Dude, yeah, I just followed
Thanks.
Julian too. I can't believe after all this time I wasn't following you guys. Because I obviously I've been following Loveless for a long time. But
Right, yeah.
Somehow I hadn't personally connected. So now I feel like now that I'm following you on Instagram, like it's real, right? Like we're real tight.
Good vibes.
I mean, I was taking it personally. I was looking the whole time. I was checking every day. Seeing
Yeah,
when you complete the mutual.
Yeah, I assumed a lot of the song lyrics you wrote were about me, not following you. It's like a inside baseball stuff.
That's
I
most,
got it.
most of the new album is just
It's just about me and like my shittiness of falling back.
Diss track to Jesea Lee.
Damn, dude. See, that'd be epic. Maybe we should cancel this whole podcast and you guys just write a diss track about me. We'll feud for a couple weeks and then we'll put the podcast up.
Right.
I like
That's the way to do it. Yeah. Always gotta be one step ahead of the kids, right? That's what we gotta do. Well, dudes, congrats, first of all, on the new single. I love it when it rains. I do love it when it rains. It's nice. And I've also enjoyed all the pool party promo videos you've been making. Those have been great.
Absolutely.
We've been having a good time with that stuff.
I like how Dylan maintains eye contact throughout the entire video too. Just the dissonant stare. It's very... It's comforting and unnerving at the same time. I like it.
I tried to not blink through the entire thing. I think I did blink once, but Julian didn't put that part in the video. So it looks like I'm just death staring the entire time.
I try to avoid showing... Oh, are we clipping? Here we go. Turn it down a little bit. A little bit of clipping. Loud noises.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
All right.
My editor's a genius. He'll be able to soften your loudness.
Nice. Shout out the editors.
Yeah. Well, Dylan, because I feel like you didn't used to be in a lot of videos back in the day, and now you're popping up a lot more. I like it. I like seeing the two of you guys together more.
Yeah, we're trying to make that a thing. We're trying to make it happen more.
Yeah.
Good. I like the umbrella, the Loveless branded umbrella too. Are you guys going to sell those? Is that going to be a hot merch item for the summer?
So that was a gift from a fan, and then everyone was like, "That's new merch, right?" And we're like, "No, it should be." So now we're working on it. We're scoping it out, seeing if we can do it.
That's a whole nother level, man. Umbrella sales. Like, I don't even know who do you contact for umbrella creation?
We're in touch with our merch company trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
There's some dude at the merch company's like, this goddamn band wants an umbrella now? What the?
First, we were like, hey, we need to have like crop tops and booty shorts. And then they were like, yeah, sure, we can do that. We just might have to source the blanks from like a specialty warehouse. And now we're just like, and can we also have umbrellas and raccoon plushies? And they're like, who are these guys?
Yeah. Can you please go to umbrellaco.org and get us some fucking umbrellas, please?
Can we start
requesting wild stuff?
Yeah, sorry. Can we swear?
Well, I'm sure we can. It's a podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I encourage it. As long as like we're past the first 5-minute mark anyway, so I don't think YouTube will crack down on us. So I think we're good.
Nice. Perfect. My mom swears like a sailor, so you can thank her for that.
Nice. My mom bangs sailors, so that works out.
Hey, yo.
Dude, damn it. My mom listens to this show. Sorry.
My mom will definitely watch this one too, so we have to keep it
sorry,
PG-13.
Jesea Lee's mom.
I'm joking. I know you don't bang sailors. Calm down. Jesse, I don't bang sailors. What are you doing? I can hear it now. Man. Also, speaking of merch, dude, I love the Heartbreak logo. I can't believe you guys are the first band to use that. Because first of all, any logo you can make that can also be like mimicked on a keyboard, like people can actually type it out, is genius, because obviously it's great for people to reuse it. But I don't know how no one had thought of that before. It's so genius, man. So first of all, congrats on that.
I also don't know how that never happened before. I actually have to shout out Kaylee Wolf from Rivals for coming up with that, though. That was not that was not my stroke of genius. That was actually her. So we are indebted to Rivals and to Kaylee for forever now because of that. Just stroke of brilliance.
Shout out to the homie.
Yeah,
shout out. Yeah, she's awesome. She makes a lot of great work, as well as being a great artist. Making music herself as well. So that's pretty cool.
She also
do you guys have the original drawing of the Heartbreak logo?
We do. Well, originally it was just like Helvetica font.
Yeah.
That's
no
my
way.
favorite part about that is the first time that she sent something over, it was just Helvetica. And we were like, hell yeah. Helvetica, yeah. Helvetica, yeah.
She also designed the artwork for our first single.
For the first four.
For the first 4, yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Very cool.
Better, For You, Down Again, and Lighthouse. I believe.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and she even 3D rendered the lighthouse for Lighthouse, so that was pretty sick.
Oh, sick! So she get. Wait, how does she? I don't even know what that means. How do you 3D render a lighthouse? Like she grabbed an actual picture of a lighthouse and
she made it. She made the lighthouse. That's not a real lighthouse. That's not a real place you can go to visit. That's just she designed that.
You can visit it in your mind.
Yeah,
in your mind palace.
A fictional state of mind. Yeah, well, I mean, Joey Jordison, dude, R.I.P., late drummer for Slipknot. They just shared his very first drawing of the Slipknot logo that they made, and fans are shitting their pants about that right now. So hold on to that very first Loveless logo, because 10, 15 years from now, you guys can be like, hey, it's the very first Heartbreak logo.
Well, the actual, the design, the drawing, I think is a digital vector, but it's done by this guy, Tim Hastings, who's a tattoo artist.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So I think hopefully there's an actual physical hard copy, but I think he does it all in like Illustrator. So I don't know.
Just make one anyway. Just like, this is the original.
Yeah, this is the original. It's the first time we've had one.
Yeah.
I guess
then 10 years from now, someone's going to pull up this episode. Be like, they're faking.
Tattoos that we got.
What's that?
I said, I guess the first hard copies of the tattoos that we got.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you guys both have it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Our touring drummer, Steven, has it as well as some other people. It was the last day of last show of our first tour ever. We were in Minneapolis and we went to the Mall of America and we all got matching Loveless tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. The Mall of America does tattoos. I did not know that.
Yeah, shout out Blasted Ink. In the Mall of America.
Hell yeah. I rode a SpongeBob roller coaster with our driver, got a tattoo, and it was a good day.
That sounds like a nice wholesome day. Yeah, I like it. Do a lot of fans get the Heartbreak tattoo?
Quite a few,
yeah, actually.
And also other Loveless tattoos.
Yeah, we have a lot of Loveless tattoos, which is always a trip, always an honor.
They'll take like concepts from songs and like turn it into art.
A lot of lighthouses, a lot of voodoo dolls.
Yeah. Not your faces though. No one's gotten your faces tattooed yet.
Not yet.
Not
the
as far
first person
as I
that
know.
does, I'll give them guest list. No, don't do it.
Seriously, do not tattoo
Don't
our
do
faces
it.
on you.
If you get a tattoo of my face, I'll give you the guest list spot. The retail value is for $12.99.
No, please don't. I'm already weirded out enough when people get like a tattoo of my like handwriting or whatever. Like obviously like, they want it, and it's just weird for me because like I hate my handwriting, but I've been looking at my handwriting for 27 years now. So I wasn't drawing when I was a baby, but you know what I mean. Like there's a level of like I think I have chicken scratch handwriting because I've just been staring at it for so long. It's not good for writing an essay.
I feel like that's common because I definitely have crap handwriting too, but I feel like I've never met anyone that's like, dude, you gotta check out my handwriting. I am so legible as hell. Like
I actually have met those people. My brother Justice is one of them. He has incredible impact. To be fair, he is a writer and director, so like he writes by hand a lot. Yeah, but he does have like impeccable handwriting and is very proud about it.
Oh, he likes to flex on you guys
a little bit. Well, yeah.
Do you know who has really good handwriting? Is Austin Knight from Waterparks.
Really?
He does.
He has incredible handwriting. Yeah. All of the like stuff that they draw out, like whenever he posts like this is gonna happen soon or like Soul Sucker, all that stuff. He writes that himself.
It's very stylized.
It's very stylized.
Unique and cool, yeah.
But clean.
What a talented individual. It's such a shame that their drummer for that band is a serial killer, though.
I know,
you hate
right?
to see that.
We tried to avoid him the entire time. He almost killed me while we were on tour.
He almost got you?
Yeah, he almost killed me on tour.
You guys got to watch your backs.
Yeah, Otto, if you're watching this, I know.
Yeah, for context, anyone watching and listening to this, or I should say everyone watching and listening to this, the drummer for Waterparks, his name's Otto.
Otto Danielle Wood.
Yeah, fans started joking around that he was a serial killer, and then it picks up some traction, and now like real mainstream music news outlets were reporting like, is Otto from Waterparks a serial killer?
I honestly love that like Austin is doing the content that he's doing and like really leaning into it.
They had merch for a while that said like, it would say like Otto Woods, like future serial killer victim, like on the shirts. So like this is not a new thing, and I think that's what makes it even funnier to me that like it's picking up traction now, is that they've been saying this bit for like at least a year, as long as I've known about them. So it's incredible.
Yeah, bravo. I wonder who the first person was that just didn't do their due diligence and didn't like look into it.
Oh.
Well, those are the victims, the people that don't understand that this is a bit and just run with it. But I think it's incredible. It's hilarious.
It's good.
We gotta start some wild rumors about you guys. There's not enough. There's not enough salacious stuff out there about you guys. You guys are too nice.
Not enough.
You're too good of people. We gotta, like, I don't know. Go light some shit on fire. This is the second time
we've said that. Because Kerrang said the same thing. They were like, make shit up about us.
Yeah.
This is gonna backfire.
I don't think there has ever been an internet rumor about me. So Julian started the first one, and I believe it was that my farts smell like macadamia nuts. I think that's what you said.
Did I say that?
In the Kerrang
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I blacked that out of my memory.
Let's take this a step further though. Your farts smell like macadamia nuts. One night at a meet and greet, there was somebody with a nut allergy, and they started having anaphylactic shock or whatever because of the farts.
There we go.
But Julian gave him mouth to mouth because that's what you do for nut allergy, apparently.
I didn't even know they were dying.
Yeah.
I just like to perform CPR for
fun. I just like to practice my skills whenever possible.
Anytime someone's willing, I'm down. Let's go. Let's get it.
Oh my God.
There we go.
All right. Back to the business at hand. The new single we talked about 45 minutes ago. Is this part of an upcoming elusive album that we've been hearing so much about?
Oh, yeah. Wait, so which single when does this interview come out?
This will probably drop about 3 weeks, I think.
Okay. So yes, we have a new album coming out in the fall.
Nice.
That will be announced at this point. So go buy it or pre-save it, or if you're watching this in the far future, just listen to it. It's
Very
out now.
Cool. What day you're announcing the album?
June 26th, I believe.
I'm gonna just double check to make sure. I don't. Oh, yeah, next week. Oh, yeah, you'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be good. We'll be solid.
Yep.
Very cool. What's the name of the album?
Loveless 2.
Loveless 2. Nice.
It's 2 parts in a trilogy. I think we're gonna do 1, 2, and 3, and then I don't know what we're gonna do from there. Maybe
it was
we'll
so
have
nice
Loveless
you had to
4.
do it twice.
So nice you had to do it twice.
Yeah.
I think yeah. And I think I'd like our kind of breakup of doing like Loveless 1, the EP, Loveless 2. Maybe we'll do another EP or like a deluxe album. And then we got so many songs that I think we just kind of have to keep barreling through. I think we have to release an album next year too. We can't do another 2-year break period like we did last time.
Is there can we expect any exciting collabs on this record, or is it just all Loveless?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Will that be announced too? That'll probably be announced too. The track list.
Probably.
I can cut it out. I can
tell you that there's at least one.
There's a very a great artist who loves the alphabet.
Eminem.
Yeah. No.
Or do they hate the alphabet? Because the end.
F-U. Yeah. No, we did. We actually, through a kind of stroke of magic, one of our label people was just like, hey, like, would you like to have a collab with anybody? And we were like, yeah, there's a bunch of people and we gave him like a list of artists. And near the top of that list was it was like we had like ridiculous things. We had things that we knew we were never going to get.
Yeah, we definitely shot for the moon.
Yeah, we were like, let's get Claudio from and like Claudio from Coheed and people who didn't even like do features.
Right.
But we managed to get Gail,
nice.
who did ABCDEFU. So that's really exciting, and it's a great song, and she absolutely crushed it. I'm a huge fan. She sounds incredible. It's going to be huge. So I'm excited for people to hear that one. Yeah. Not a whole lot of features though. Like that's the one and only.
Yep.
We're keeping it special.
The rest is just all Loveless, all up in you.
All Loveless all the time. Did you guys get together with Gail?
Did we get together?
I think I missed it.
He said, "All Loveless, all up in you."
Oh yeah. That's how I take my Loveless.
Yeah,
straight to the head,
straight to the dome.
Did you guys get together with her to record?
Because I think she was in Nashville at the time, and we're out in LA. But I hope that we can get together. I think that song might be a single. We might have a music video for that one. So we'll probably.
Sorry, did you guys ever do a pop punk cover of any Gail songs? I feel like that would have been up your alley.
You did ABCDEFU.
Did you?
Yeah.
I did make that one. Yeah, back at back when I lived at my parents' house still. So
nice.
Shout out to the parents' house.
Yeah. Full circle. I love it.
Well, hopefully not full circle. I don't want to move back in with my parents.
Things didn't go well after we dropped this album, man.
I kind of am moving back in with my parents, but not like my parents and I are buying property together, and we're looking at like duplexes and things like that. My parents are getting older, and I want to spend as much possible time as I can with them. So we're looking at getting a place that's just right next door. My mom was really, really sick at the end of last year. She got really, really sick. She was in the hospital for a couple of months, and she's doing a lot better now. But it was one of those things where it just mortality really kind of strikes you, and you're just like, okay, like you do not have as much time as you think you do, and you think of your parents as being invincible superheroes that are going to be there forever, and they're not. So I'm very grateful that I have as much time as I have and as much time as I hope to have. But I want to spend that being near them. So that's my plan. Move back in with my parents, but I'm going to get my own separate place. I want my own bedroom and my own studio.
You won't be in the basement.
I don't want to share walls. Yeah.
In the general vicinity of your parents.
Yeah. We found nice. I'll show you the place we found. Actually, it's nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm picturing like a Loveless compound. Like you guys got like some farm animals out there and like, just a
commune.
Oh, there will be chickens for sure.
Oh yeah.
Even if Julian doesn't want them, I'm just going to constantly bring chickens.
Keep dropping off chickens in my front yard.
I'm just going to keep coming over to his house.
Who keeps leaving these chickens?
Yeah. That
use them in a breakdown, man.
And I'm just going to hide garden gnomes everywhere.
That I'm unironically down for. Yeah.
All right. Well, now I have to start my garden gnome collection.
Now you have to start buying garden gnomes.
Yeah.
So joke's on you.
There are definitely worse hobbies I feel like you could get into as a adult, right? I mean, I think guardian gnomes is like it's odd enough that I think people will be like, oh, this guy's interesting, but not like serial killer odd, you know? So I think you guys walk a fine line with
guardian gnomes skirt the line between serial killer odd. Like it's just below, but almost there.
I think it also depends how many you have and in what formation, you know?
Right, yeah.
Because you imagine if you see a couple guardian gnomes, you're like, okay, this guy's, you know, he's trying to gussy up his yard. If there's like 90 of them in a circle staring at each other, you're like, okay,
they're planning something. Circle of gardening gnomes. I'm kind of into that.
I think we should just...
I think you just gave me an idea for my home decor.
But do it in a way that if somebody like from the space station like takes a photo of Earth, that it like spells something crazy.
How many garden gnomes do you think I have?
It spells I'm not a serial killer.
I think garden gnomes in your garden, not a serial killer. Garden gnomes in a circle in your front room, maybe a serial killer.
Well, nothing screams I'm a serial killer than gardening gnomes spelling out I'm not a serial killer.
Yep. Yeah, well, we'll find out.
Otto Woods home decor.
Find out next time on.
Stay tuned. Gardening tips with Loveless.
Oh yeah.
You got the I love it when it. No, I'm sorry. I love it when it tours tour. That's tricky.
I love it when it tours tour. Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
It was initially the I love it when it tours, and I was like, that's not funny enough. It needs to be funnier. Yeah. So it's the I love it when it tours tour because that seemed funny to me. I kind of regret it because a lot of people don't know what it is.
Right.
It sounds like an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia almost. I like it.
Right. The gang tours tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we're really excited.
You excited for 2 months of fast food and sticky venue bathrooms?
Pass.
Yeah.
Next question.
But, I mean, no, to be honest, like we do try to eat like pretty well. And we're fortunate enough now that we get to play venues that have decent facilities, you know.
Yeah, we have some really nice venues on this tour. The Van Buren in Arizona.
Yeah, we actually played the Van Buren on the Waterparks tour.
Yeah.
And that was a great tour, but I think we're both really excited to be headlining again. We've got a great cast of bands, great cast of folks. I don't know what I'm saying. We've got a great lineup of bands.
Yeah, Beauty School Dropout, Julia Wolf. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I think we're talking about maybe bringing on some other people for some select experiences, some fun shows that are going to have different lineups, maybe, perhaps. So keep your eyes out for that.
Shaking things up.
Yeah. Maybe.
Are you guys doing meet and greets on this tour?
We are. We're doing a VIP meet and greet with a scrapbook experience. It's going to be fun.
We're going to be crafting.
Arts and crafts with Loveless, baby.
Ooh. Woo! So this is a real actual meet and greet, because sometimes you see a meet and greet and it's like you get to stand near the artist for a photo. You can't like touch them or like...
Yeah. I remember, I'm not going to name names, but I've both been to and seen other people do VIPs like that. And I always thought that was very strange because those are expensive too. Like you get to a level where it's like, whatever, you go to the VIP and it's like, you go to sound check.
Right.
Sound check is not a performance. That is not a show. That is like a guy going like, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Is my auto tune working? You're like, okay, cool, great, awesome.
Hey, Dylan, can I get some guitar? And then I play the intro to King of the Hill.
Yeah.
That is actually my sound check.
So,
that's a good one.
But that's why, you know, when people are like, oh, we're going to have the sound check VIP, it's like, that's not VIP. That's welcome to the job. You know?
Like, I get people don't, like germs and don't like to touch strangers. I totally get that. But it is funny when you see like meet and greet photos and it's literally the person standing like 3 feet from the artist because the artist's like,
right.
Like,
well, no, like
we had to do that once.
We did, but that's because
I had the flu.
He had the flu. And then at one point I was also sick, but I'm straight up a germaphobe and I just carry around a pack of wipes.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that you telling me that.
Like I still like to interact with fans and I'm not saying anybody's dirty. The world is just dirty.
Yeah, dude, it is.
You know, there's a lot of good germaphobes in the world though. So
oh yeah.
And I think there's another word for it too, right?
I don't know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I don't think germaphobe is the medical terminology.
I don't know what it is. I just became one like recently, so I'm still new to this. But
we're both kind of OCD too, so like a lot of hand washing on tour, a lot of I'm OCD in a weird way. I'm OCD in like everything has to be in the mess that I'm
Go on.
as opposed to
let's talk about how weird you are.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's just like for instance, my front room is, first of all, I have not finished unpacking from our tour 6 months ago, or whatever,
so
3 months ago.
You don't rush it. You know?
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there so then when we have to pack for the next tour, it's all right there.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where I know exactly where every single shirt is in that pile of shirts.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna. Why would I change that? Why would I put them in my
You
dresser?
know your pile.
Or exactly.
It's
That's my
organized chaos.
What's that parachute song? Staring at the mess I made.
Right.
Oh, I'm staring at the mess. That's how I work.
We're gonna tag parachutes in this. Get some love for them.
Yeah. Shout out Parachute.
Dude, yeah, I definitely became more of a by the medical term, quote, germaphobe when I had a kid. That was definitely when I started like taking more care of my hygiene, like as far as like not touching strangers and stuff. And obviously COVID didn't help that situation, but I do feel like the more drinks I have in a night, the more huggy I get, the more handshakes I start tossing out.
Absolutely.
That's a big thing for me too on the road. Like, I want to talk to everybody and I want to like shake everyone's hand and give everybody hugs. But I think moving forward, you do kind of have to like, cause I got sick twice on that Waterparks tour. So I think, and that's not to like, to shame the fans, but there's a level of like, I need to use better judgment and not just be hugging every single person every single time. Because and then touching my face and things like that. Like I'm probably going to start wearing a mask for meet and greets just out of an abundance of caution.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and also I will say this, and this is no specific fans in general, but like people go to shows when they know they're sick.
Oh yeah.
And they really shouldn't. Stop doing that.
Don't do that.
I know you really want to see the show, but you're sick and you're putting other people's lives in some form of jeopardy. Like, it's selfish.
I mean, a concert is like, especially at a club show, that is just like the perfect setting for like an incubator for germs. It's like closed. It's already, depending on the venue, not the cleanliest environment you could be in just right off the rip. There's a lot of them that, like we were joking earlier, like sticky bathrooms and stuff. And then you combine like 500 kids in there, maybe even 5 of them have the sniffles or maybe more. That shit can spread so quick, man.
Yeah,
like that's why it always blows me away when I see like little tiny kids at like shows. It's like, I get you're excited, your parents, you want to bring your kid to a show, but it's like, first of all, especially if the kid doesn't like know what's going on, like isn't going to remember it, it's like kind of like a waste. But then also it's like you bring this little kid who has like a sensitive immune system already, and then you pile on top, like don't have ear protection or anything like that. Sometimes
that was what I was going to say. Yeah, definitely. If you're going to bring your small child, like you got to bring earplugs. You got to bring like some sort of like over ear muffs.
And luckily, pretty much every child,
our fans are good about that.
Like our fans have. I always see the kids with the big, ear muffs and stuff. Like, and they seem to be having a good time. So
I kind of messed up my hearing on this last tour because I kept taking my earplugs out to like listen to other people screaming at me and stuff, and I enjoyed that moment, but I'm not going to do that anymore because my ears have not stopped ringing since we got home. So
tinnitus sucks.
Tinnitus is bad. I hope I don't have it permanently, but it is one of those things where I definitely currently it's still it's subtle, but it's a pretty constant.
Mine is permanent and has been for a long time.
I mean, mine's probably permanent too. Let's be honest.
Do you guys use in-ears when you're playing?
Ears.
We do. 64 audio. They're amazing. They're so good.
Yep.
We saw Sleep Token had 64s and we were like, I want whatever they have. And it's been great.
They sound incredible. A rep came out to a show we did in Portland on our last headline tour.
Was it Portland?
I think so.
Okay.
Pretty sure it was Portland. Let us test out. They brought like a whole kit. It was great. Good experience.
Nice.
And they're a great company.
I always like wonder about that, like hurting your ears too, or how that affects your ears because the sound is like right there, but you can control it. So it's gotta be better.
The better the in ears, the less loud you have to turn it up. The better seal you have, and it's all around way better for your ear health in general.
I started wearing earplugs to concerts, and like initially I was like years ago, I was like, oh, I don't want to be like the guy wearing earplugs at a concert, and then I quickly got over that when I started going to more and more shows. And yeah, now I don't care, dude. I'll stand there in front of a bunch of little kids wearing my earplugs. Like, you guys are the ones that are wrong. Like, you're gonna be regretting this. Like,
I remember going to what festival were we at? The most recent one we just played, Bottle Rock, and walking up to so many different people and being like, "Do you have earplugs?" And I'd be like, "No." I'd be like, "Where do I get earplugs?" I'd be like, "The medic tent, maybe." And I went to the medic tent. And I was like, "Do you have earplugs?" And they're like, "Yeah, here you go." And I was like, "Yes, okay, finally." Nice. But I'll usually like the first thing I do is go up to the bar or wherever I am at a show and just be like, "Hey, do you sell earplugs or do you have earplugs?" And I'll take them. I remember getting lip. Somebody gave me like a little back talk at the Palladium because I was like, "Do you guys have earplugs?" And they're like, "That's at Coat Check." I was like, "I'm an artist. I didn't go through Coat Check."
That's weird. Honestly, like last time that I went and asked for earplugs at a show was at the Wiltern, and I walked up to the bar. I was like, "Do you guys have earplugs?" And literally one of the security guards overheard me and he was like, "Come here, I'll just give you some."
Nice.
He was like, very nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, because I feel like I've definitely
asking Alexandria. And it was so loud.
Yeah, you need it for those guys.
That room echoes a lot. It's not that big of a room.
Yeah.
Danny Loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I've tried to get earplugs at venues before. They like just don't even have them. Like you would think that would be something that'd be like a just even for a money making scheme for the venue.
Exactly.
Like, why not? Yeah. Because it's something a lot of people don't think about until they get there and they realize how freaking loud it is. And like, oh, damn, I wish I had some now.
Especially in a lot of the rooms in LA that are indoors, shaped in a way that just amplifies sound so much.
Yeah.
Like, and they're kind of short rooms.
Yeah.
Like the Regent, the Wiltern, like they're big rooms, but they're very short and the sound bounces back quite a bit. So.
Yeah. Your audience affectionately refers to themselves as the Rack Pack, correct? How did this start? How did this come about?
Well, it initially started because I said on a TikTok live, I said, "I am not a man. I am 3 raccoons in a trench coat." And our fans kind of ran with that. And then someone on Twitter, Caitlin, shout out Caitlin, said, "Can we call ourselves the Rack Pack?" And that just immediately everyone was like, "Yes,
yep,
yes, we're doing
that."
So that's just kind of stuck, and I'm grateful that it has. No relation to our project at all, which I think is honestly even more fun because we definitely tried. We came up. There was a couple like the Broken Hearts Club, and like a couple other like.
I think there was one that was called like the Heartbreakers or something.
Yeah, a lot of good. Solid fan clubs, but I do think there's a level of like if there's something that everyone can latch onto that is like an inside joke that isn't obvious, that's like almost more fun.
Yeah.
I think it's more organic that way for sure.
And it's like a fan identity thing.
Yeah.
You know, like
as opposed to like a band's like it's not just like we are fans of this band. It's like we are people that have become friends through this shared love, this shared interest.
Yeah.
As opposed to just we all really like Loveless. It's like we are the Rack Pack. Like we look out for each other, and I think that's really special. That's my favorite part of it all.
Yeah. And I mean, we all like to dig in garbage, right? That's like a great thing to do. So I feel like that's another unifying factor for all of us.
That's what I call our discography. Digging through the garbage.
Digging through the garbage. Let's find what track I'm gonna play tonight. All right. Man, I love your fan base though, because it does. I mean, obviously, you probably see a different side of it since you are the one creating the content. But from the outside looking in, it seems like everyone is just always so generally like positive and upbeat. You know, there's a lot of fan bases that are super toxic, and like even like when they like the band, they're shitty about it for some reason. You know, but like you guys just like your fans seem to be very, very happy all the time.
99% of them are just really, really genuinely great people that love the band, but also love each other, take care of each other. And they're hilarious too. They make the best memes.
It's true.
You know, like it's a great thing to see.
And I will say to the credit of a lot of other fandoms, a lot of other projects, like their fan bases, like I do think that the majority of people are good. Like I do inherently believe that. And that might be naive to say. That might be just like me being wishful. But I do think that like the loud minority, it does not represent the like majority of people.
Absolutely.
Like most
100%.
people are silent. Like I'm a huge Noah Khan fan, and I maybe reply to like 1/100th of his posts. Like I very rarely like actually engage, even though I listen to his music every single day. Like when I talk to my Google and say like I want to listen to like my shower playlist, it just plays Noah Khan.
Oh, nice.
So it's one of those things where and I couldn't even tell you if his fan base is toxic. I highly doubt they are, but it's one of those things where if they were, I don't think it's indicative of his actual fan base. I think that's indicative of like 3% of the people that actually enjoy them. It's the same thing with, we toured with Waterparks, and we firsthand saw how generous and how kind those fans are.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people are just like, well, the Parksies are awful. It's like, no, there's like 1% of them that are loud and obnoxious. And then 99% of them who are just there for the music, there for the vibes, there for Austin's like, personality and Jeff and Otto, like, well, not Otto because he's a murderer, but everybody.
He's out hiding bodies.
When he's not hiding the bodies, they're there for Otto too.
There's always an exception to the rule. But in general, and as somebody who like, I'm a fan of a lot of bands, but I've never been part of a fandom. That's just never been my thing. So to see it for us is so humbling and so cool, but also the further you get into the industry, the more you connect with other bands, you start to see their fandoms and stuff like that. And overall, I've seen mostly just great, enthusiastic people. There's always going to be exceptions to the rule, but you know, you hear these horror stories and things like that. That is the exception to the rule. The rest,
like when a Sleep Token fan doxed the bass player, like put his address.
That was really
fucked
up. That was really fucked up.
Yeah.
But what
Are you really a fan? Like,
but what I did see on Twitter was mostly other Sleep Token fans being like, "Fuck you, dude! Why did you do that?"
Yeah.
Like
I knew who those guys were because their names were public through SoundScan for a while. But also, like, that was not relevant to me. I did not share that information. I just knew that, like, at one point someone said, "I'm the guy from Sleep Token," and I was like, "I don't think you are." And I Googled it, and I was like, "No, he's not."
No,
and that's fine. Like I don't know. There's a level of
It is funny because you could definitely Google and figure out who Sleep Token is, and like I've made a bunch of videos like. Just because there's always been speculation of who they really are. I mean, that's kind of died down over like last year or so. But I would make videos like joking around, like, is Corey Taylor really this lead singer Sleep Token?
Yeah.
And like so many people be in the comment section like, "You dumbass! How could you possibly think?" I'm like, all right. First of all, I clearly don't really believe Corey Taylor. If you watch the video, I clearly don't believe that. Also, I know how Google works, man. I could just figure it out in 2 seconds. But that's not part of the fun, Captain Buzzkill.
Exactly.
Jesus.
Also, like we are, obviously you're like you do news as well as kind of like more general like content like for entertainment purposes. So there's a level of like I think some people don't know how to separate those two things, which can be very funny. And the same reason, like we do covers of songs that we love and that we like want to like make like real covers, and then there are also covers that we do just for like shits and giggles. Like I covered the "My Money Don't Jiggle Jiggle It Folds" or whatever. Or jingle, jingle, whatever the lyrics were. And I remember so many people got so angry. They were like, can't we just have one thing before Loveless ruins it with a cover?
Same thing with the Korn.
The Korn cover. I got death threats.
It's Korn, yeah.
I got death threats over It's Korn. They were like, "You're stealing from this child." And I was like, first of all, I'm not stealing anything. If anything, I'm just giving him free publicity because I'm not releasing the song. I make no money off of this.
Yeah, I'm monetizing it.
It's just for fun. Yeah. It's just for, and that was a big reason why for a long time I stopped making them. And then we kind of, as things have progressed and we're now like less known as just a cover band. We've sold out big rooms. We've played on these genuine, like legit tours. And now like we make them together because they're fun and not because we have to or because we're going to like lose relevance. It's just because it's something that we enjoy. It's something that's fun, something that we can.
Yep, like Dirt Man.
Dirt Man.
We came in and literally in like 3 minutes, I was like, "All right, here's the riff.
Yeah,
let's not make this a Loveless song. Let's just like do something fun. Like we're not going to do a full cover. We're not going to make it a thing. It's just fun." We went out into the desert and
The desert. We live in
the desert. But yeah, we went to a very
you
rocky
tripped out there with your book bags. And
a very rocky location with a lot of dirt.
You got bit by a bunch of fire ants.
A bunch of fire ants. Yeah.
I did not get bit by
That's the worst amount of fire ants you bit by is a bunch.
I did. They were everywhere, and I was wearing very low just Vans classics, and they were crawling all up in my ankles.
Oh.
I was awful, I somehow saved myself from it.
Yeah, I think
you were wearing
on,
probably.
Boots, probably. Yeah.
No, I think I was wearing my Vans.
Oh, you were wearing Vans too. They were just thicker.
Did you have high socks on? Maybe?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I did have high socks on. But either way, shout out Vans.
Yeah.
Give
us free shoes.
Give us free shoes.
I literally have your logo tattooed on both of my feet.
He does.
Yeah. You know the little flap on the shoe, the little tag that's like on the side? I have those tattooed on both of my feet.
Yeah, actually, I think you showed it to me last time I saw you guys in Cleveland because we did that little Q&A. Yeah,
that was fun.
It came up.
Yeah.
But yeah, for anyone wondering, Dylan does have a legitimate Vans tattoo. Especially any Vans representatives listening, please know that Dylan has already branded himself for you.
Day 70,000 of me asking for you to give me free shoes, Vans. Seriously, come on.
Did you try saying please? I don't know.
Please.
There's got to be something.
Well, I've said
must
please
be missing
before.
something.
I'm not saying please anymore. I've asked too many times. Just give them to me.
That's right. We got to go the other way with it. Yeah, you got to start making your demands.
There we go.
Yeah, the covers, like, it's such an interesting thing too, because obviously making a really good cover, like a catchy, especially everybody loves a pop punk goes pop cover. What the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Everyone loves a good one of those, but it's such a fine line because you don't want to become the cover band, you know? I mean, I feel like even a band like Our Last Night, who is huge, or makes great original music and sells out and stuff, they still kind of find themselves in that paradox a little bit every now and then with fans. They don't really, they make original music? Like, no way, I thought they were a cover band, you know?
Yeah.
It's got to be difficult to kind of walk that line with you guys.
Absolutely no shade to those guys, but that was something that we tried to avoid. We did not want to be the next Our Last Night. Because that's something I've noticed with them. And I've been listening to their music for 15 years now or something like that. Like I remember when Sunrise came out. Like I remember being like really blown away by it and being like, how do people still think these guys are a cover band?
Yeah.
But they did kind of get caught into that. And it's something that I think for us, we really wanted to avoid. Yes, you can make a lot of money doing that, and that's something that like we've kind of had to tackle. But I think we were lucky enough that we had Middle of the Night. It did very well for us, and we've kind of just that's the big one for us. We don't need to be constantly chasing the next big thing as far as those covers go, and I think we'd rather put our heads down and focus on the original music.
Well, yeah, it was a pretty hard line decision. Like. It's done. Like we're done making covers. This is the point where if we keep doing it, we are going to become a cover band. And again, there's money there, but that's not what we're passionate about. We're passionate about our original music, and so we just decided to go headlong into that. And
headlong, I'll take you on.
Oh God, we beefed with Trap on Twitter. I just like reminding people
with Trap.
That's true. Fair question, but I want to hear about your beef with Trap.
That's like a badge of honor. I don't even remember.
I don't remember what happened. I think I just said like stop being transphobic or whatever, and then he was like, "Your band sucks," and I was like, "So does yours." Like, congrats on the big song, buddy. Like he was like, "I'm richer than you." I'm like, probably. Okay,
that's not doing what you think it's doing, bud.
Yeah,
and I'm a better person.
And guess what? Where the fuck is Trapped now? Hey, dude, fight us again.
See Trapped at your local bar and grill.
Fight us again. Yeah. We're both stronger now.
Oh yeah, I've been working out. Look at this.
We got Swole Julian over here.
I'm working on it, man.
Swolian. All right, we got Swolian on the podcast.
Oh god,
yeah, I've seen some videos, some unfortunate live video of Trapped playing some recent shows, and it's very
unfortunate for them.
Believable,
maybe.
I guess, but
it brings me joy.
Yeah,
that guy. He really ruffles a lot of feathers for a dude who only had one hit song. That's for sure.
Yep. Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Yeah. No, I that song is fun. That's a good song, and
you guys should do a pop punk cover of Headstrong. That's for sure.
We joked
really
about that.
We did.
We joked about that, but we decided against it because it was just going to make him more money.
Yep.
Fair.
So
yeah, we don't want to support him.
yeah, but you know what?
I'll always
it's
remember
fine.
that song fondly from the movie Grind, which was a skateboarding movie from the early 2000s.
Hell yeah, brother!
The last time that song was relevant.
Oh man, was there a big song from the Brink movie? I feel like that was the iconic rollerblading movie from
there were
back in the
a
day.
couple of them.
Brink.
Yeah.
Is that the one where they throw the pebbles on the thing?
Yeah,
and they fall?
it was
100%
one of my favorite Disney movies, Brink and Johnny Tsunami.
Oh,
okay.
Johnny Tsunami, the Hawaiian kid surfer who moves to I don't know, Colorado or
Put those in
something,
the Criterion collection
and becomes a snowboarder and takes on the
go.
evil skiers. Wow. Good stuff.
I do remember that. Yeah, that was awesome.
That movie's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, Disney in its heyday in like the 90s when it was like making a lot of those, like the Luck of the Irish was a good one.
Oh yeah, that one was good.
There was some solid made
the
for
Lizzie
Disney movies.
McGuire movie.
Oh yeah. Shout out to the GOAT, Hilary Duff.
Yep.
Hilary Duff.
She, believe it or not, she's from Houston. And
Really?
Yeah. Well, technically Galveston, which is like 45 minutes outside of Houston, but we still claim it.
Well, that's like me saying I'm from LA. I'm from 45 minutes out of LA, but I'm in LA County.
You're in it. That
it
counts.
It counts.
Hilary Duff's got the stuff, baby.
She does.
For her.
And we were just on tour with her husband.
We were.
Wait, who's her husband?
Matthew Como, is that his name?
From Winnetka Bowling League.
Yeah.
They did the last like 3 or 4 dates of the Waterparks tour.
That is so random. She's married to the guy.
She is.
Yeah.
That's her husband.
Surprise.
Huh.
Yep.
Very cool.
If I said his name wrong, please cut that out of me.
Like fucking
I think
Swole and got all jacked and forgot people's names.
Yeah, sorry, it's the steroids, guys. I'm sorry. Could you imagine if I looked like this and I was on steroids?
New rumor unlocked.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I'm going to start telling people, that I'm on steroids.
Yeah. Like, should you take more? Like, I don't understand what's going on here.
Yeah, I stopped taking steroids and
I
gave them all to Julian.
I had to start taking steroids because my balls were too big.
Right.
And I needed them to shrink.
He needed ball shrinking surgery.
Pants shopping was just such a chore.
I couldn't wear skinny jeans, you know?
Oh,
so
yeah.
I had to...
Yeah, do what you gotta do to squeeze in, baby.
Why did I go to balls, man? I'm sorry. I apologize. My mom's gonna watch this interview.
It always boils down to balls. I feel like that is the conversation's natural like funnel point to get down to the balls. You know,
what's the BB No Money song? Balls hanging low while I pop a bottle off a yacht, chain swing, and
I don't know what the actual lyrics are.
I'm pretty sure it's balls.
No,
it's balls to the wall while I pop a bottle off a yacht.
No,
then chain.
No, you're thinking to the window, to the walls, to the sweatshops on my balls. That's what you're thinking of.
Yeah, okay. To the window. Oh man, classic. Is that
Dude,
Lil
I
Jon?
heard the other day, and like for the first time, visualized sweat dripping down my balls. Like, damn.
Yeah, no, it's not a pleasant experience.
Yeah, no, that's Yin Yang Twins, not Lil Jon.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Wait, sweat dripped down my balls?
Yeah, isn't that Yin Yang Twins?
No, that's Lil Jon.
It is Lil Jon?
Boys? Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah. Oh, I'm thinking of the Whisper song.
Oh,
that's what I'm thinking of.
Which one's that one?
It's Wait do you see my dick?
Oh, which one's the one where he ties his balls in like a knot and throws it over his shoulder? Like,
got the chain hang low, do fro.
I don't even know. I don't remember.
Yeah. He's like, do your balls hang low?
I feel like we've been talking about balls for a long time.
We've been talking about balls for a solid couple of minutes now.
Yeah, I had a big chunk of this podcast slated out for balls. Don't worry, I've got this blocked out for ball talk. You
planned for that? Okay.
Yeah,
ball talk with Swollian, and we gotta get a good nickname for Dylan too.
Yeah,
we got Swollian,
Swollian, and Swamp Daddy.
There we go. Yeah, just stay there.
Yep.
Oh man! All right,
Swamp
so we're
Daddy
not playing covers.
Balls. I'm sorry. That's all. That's all I got.
That was the point of that whole entire part of the conversation.
You guys aren't even doing the covers live anymore, right? You don't even play those on tour.
So we actually never did until Waterparks, and that's when we added a medley. And I think we're gonna probably we'll keep doing the medley, but I think what we're gonna do is probably switch out songs. So
that's a good idea.
We just did the Please 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 cover for Sabrina, and I think if that continues to have the momentum that people have been like asking for it a lot, maybe we'll add that to the medley.
Yeah, but we just play like 3 choruses back to back.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
We're not. It's not.
Give
It's
people
not
a
like.
tip.
It's like 6 minutes of the set. Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Just a tip.
Yeah, no, we do Happier Than Ever. We do Running Up That Hill. We do Middle of the Night. I think Running Up That Hill, depending on the crowd, either like really goes off or some people are just like, what's this song?
Right.
I'm
not old enough for this.
I didn't watch Stranger Things. We played one crowd and I was like, who here's a fan of Stranger Things? And it just like crickets.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
And I was like,
and they were also all way too young to know that song.
Who Kate Bush was,
So it just flopped.
Just listen to that record. It's a classic record.
It's a great record.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like the way you guys choose covers too, I think is really smart because like it doesn't seem like you generally go after like the biggest pop song at the moment. You guys kind of pick songs that are like popular, but like not like I guess like the Sabrina one. I wouldn't have expected that one. Even like honestly, in the middle of the night, I had not heard that song until you guys covered it. The first time I heard it was your version of it. I was like, oh, this is a banger, and then I was like, oh, it's a cover. I had no idea. And like. I feel like I recognize your version of it more than the original at this point.
I pretty much, I mean, I definitely did look out for like the big trends and things like that, songs that I was seeing a lot on TikTok, but it was mainly, I never wanted to do a cover that was something that I didn't think we could do well.
Yeah.
So like, I remember the Lizzo song, the About Damn Time, when that came out, for a minute I was like, I just don't hear it. I don't hear it. And then the melody came to me because it's mostly like that song is mostly rap. Like, or that part that went viral is mostly like a rap. So I remember when the melody came to me, I was like, oh, okay. Now I see how I can turn this into a cover.
Yeah. And it's also just songs we like.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's important.
We don't cover stuff that we don't enjoy.
That's how it started on TikTok for me, was I was just covering like, and I wasn't even covering like pop songs. I was covering like just what I liked. I did like The Kill and I Just Want to Know What Happens When I'm Dead by Hot Milk. That's one of my favorite bands. I love Hot Milk. I actually got to do a song with them on their record, and that was really cool.
We love them. Shout out to Jim and Han.
Yeah, big fans. I'm trying to think of some other projects that we covered. Those are the big ones. Those are the big ones for me.
Because you were like one of the first people I feel like to start doing that kind of like POV style shot, like next to a microphone, like. What if it was pop punk or like whatever like tagline you would use at the time? Like I feel like that wasn't like much of a thing before I started seeing you doing it.
I can't take credit for it because I think I actually stole that from this guy Austin, ASTN. I think it's Austin. I don't think it's Ashton. I think it's Austin.
No, we don't know that guy. It was you. You started.
Yeah, it was me. I did it first. But he used to do a thing. We've heard this song. What if it was R&B? And then I was like, oh. I could use that.
He's also really good.
He's really good. Yeah. He has a Last Christmas cover where he's like, Last Christmas, give you my heart.
Very big, some eggnog, baby.
Very big crooner vibes.
Yeah. Nice. I like it.
Yeah, I like it stuff.
I'm in the festive spirit now. The Holy Spirit is filling me up right now.
The Holy Spirit up inside me. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Back to ball talk.
Back to ball talk.
Pause.
What was the
balls deep in the Holy Spirit?
Pause.
What was the first video that like really popped off for you guys? The one that like was like, oh shit, this is a turning point. Things are clipping now.
Meet Me at Our Spot, which we did release.
Yep. And it's that was funny enough. I remember that one.
We released that to what I at the time was like massive fanfare. Like I remember us being like, "Whoa, this is like a change in our." Yep. We were like, thousands of people want this, and then Happier Than Ever came out like maybe a month later. Like that video popped off a month later, and that was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah,
this is what it looks like. And then Middle of the Night came out, and we're like. Oh, this is what it looks like.
When Middle of the Night came out was when we both were like, holy shit, is this like happening?
Yeah.
Like
Middle of the Night was when a turning point between like, this is just like a cool band and we like making it to like, oh, this is a thing that we could do like for a job now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was really special.
Yeah, because I think we were even playing Middle of the Night on Octane there for a while, which is wild because like we don't play a lot of like cover songs on there. Like a lot of like even if it's like a cover in a heavier version, we just don't do a lot of them. And that was cool to see that in rotation for a while. Like I think that really did seem like that was a turning point for you guys to like, okay, yeah, this is a career now. Like Loveless is a thing now.
Definitely.
That's awesome. Well,
sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say at that point I had kind of like given up on like I'm gonna be a touring musician. I'm gonna be doing all this. I was just doing studio work and doing composition work, and I had sort of retired, and then all that happened, and now we're here.
And like in the middle of the night, it all happened, and you guys.
Middle of the night.
Yeah. Who even wrote that song? Who's the original artist?
Ellie Dewey.
And Sam Romans and Andrew Wells. Those are the writers, but Ellie Dewey is the original. Or
Thank God for Ellie Dewey, right? See, I don't even know her. Or
she's amazing.
She's really talented. She's done like a song with Zed. She did a song with Skrillex. And she wrote our biggest song. So shout out to Ellie.
I try to I feel like I have my ear to the streets, to keep hip with the kids. So like what all like the popular music is, but like I am so like entrenched in like rock and metal world, obviously for my day job. So but I was scrolling through Spotify's New Music Friday the other day, and I was like, fuck, I don't know any of these artists. Like, oh no, am I the old guy now?
No, I feel the same way, and I used to be really on top of it. I used to like check out my New Music Friday every day, or my Discover Weekly like every week. And my release radar, and now I'm just like I don't know, it's a weird thing of like it becomes your job, and then it doesn't actually, you don't like, music is all around you and it is your life, but it no longer becomes like your recreational thing. Like now, like some of my favorite things are like I love watching YouTube video like podcasts. Like I'm watching a lot of like Colin and Samir. Like I'm not listening to music unless it's
I really only listen to music when I'm driving, and I pretty much listen to the same like 20 records over and over and over.
Yeah.
Whether if I'm driving or cooking. Yeah. It's Census Fail, Coheed, Valley Heart, Protest the Hero, Periphery, and some others.
Yeah. Yeah. For a person who like creates music content 24/7 like myself, I listen to a shockingly little amount of actual music, because I can't even like listen to it while I'm like editing. I can't edit a video and listen to music, so it's like literally like there's very little time to like. And even when I'm at the gym getting my swelling on, doing those,
no, you're jacked, dude. You're definitely jacked. I've noticed it. I've seen it.
I get you, homie. I'm trying, man. I'm thinking about doing steroids too. Fuck it.
Get on it, dude. Small balls club.
Yeah, my balls are also way too big.
Everybody do steroids. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
There's an epidemic out there of way too many giant balls. We need to bring them down in size.
Bring it down. Bring it down a notch.
Bring up the muscles. Bring down the. Well, on that note, guys. On the note of ball talk, it's been so awesome having you guys on. It's been great having you on the 50th anniversary of the Jesea Lee Show.
Hell yeah!
We didn't even talk about about making the theme song.
I know.
I completely forgot we did that.
That's why
Jesea Lee, professional podcaster, right here, really good at the key points.
Oh man, no,
I remember I recorded that guitar part from my couch.
Yeah.
Did you?
I mixed it.
Yeah,
I think at my parents' house still. Or no, where did I live? I don't even remember.
I think you were still at your parents'. I think.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
When did we do that?
I'm gonna picture that now.
Yeah. How long ago was that we made that?
Man, April of 2023, I think.
Okay, so
I was
at
the other
Studio City. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just a little over a year ago. Yeah. For anyone watching, for everyone watching and listening, Loveless created the theme song for the Jesea Lee Show. That first little bit of beautiful music you hear leading us into this glorious conversation was created by these two. Yeah, I've known you guys for a hot minute, and I felt like there's no better duo that could handle the responsibility of ushering in the new era of Jesea Lee. So I was happy. I'm also very appreciative that you guys took the time to do it, because you guys knocked it out super quick too.
Of course,
I asked Julian, I think in a text about it, and like 25 minutes later, he like sent me the scratch. He's like, "Here you go." I'm like, "Oh my god!" The show's not done yet.
Literally, he texted me, and I was like, "Hold on, let me grab my laptop."
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. So I had to get you guys on for the 50th anniversary episode. I was hoping we could do it in person, but this next Cleveland show is not till September, and we frantically are running out of time before the 50th episode, so we had to knock it out now.
We'll definitely do an in-person episode at some point.
Yeah, we'll see you this fall, hopefully.
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll come see you guys if I got nothing else going on.
If it's not that big of a hassle,
whatever.
I'll bring the creatine with me.
I know you're not really into music that much, so like, I
mean, if you guys want to like get some tacos or something, that's cool. I might bail before the show starts.
Always.
Seriously,
no, it's cool, man.
Always a pleasure.
We'll do some push-ups in the parking lot and fucking hang out. It'll be cool.
All right, man.
Push-up contest.
Do you guys
next time I see you.
Have any more last-minute plugs before we get out of here?
Not really. Come see us on tour. This is loveless.com.
And Loveless 2 coming out this fall.
Yeah, have a great day.
Absolutely. And you can find me at Jesea Lee on TikTok and Instagram, at Jesea Lee Show on X. Find them at This Is Loveless across the board. And above all else, whatever you do, make sure to share this episode with someone that doesn't suck. All right?
Yeah.
And also the people who do suck that have guardian gnomes and are serial killers, probably.
There you go.
Share with those guys too. They're going to like this content. All right. Take it easy now. And
peace.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Yeah!